Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am hoping that you have registered or planning to register for the correspondence course part 2. And our course has been very successful and also structured very well to help you to pass the exam. Not only we will give you now advice about passing the exam, but also tell you the difficulties especially the overseas candidates have in passing part 2 MRCOG. And the part 2 written examination is the most difficult part of the examination. At this moment you have 3 papers to answer, which is the SAQ, which is 4 short essay questions, each taking about 26 minutes. And you have MCQs and EMQs together for 135 minutes each. There are 2 papers. And there will be 40 EMQs, and you will have 45 questions contribute 40% of the total marks. Each of these questions is worth about 1.5 of the MCQ questions. And so you have papers 1 and 2 in the morning and afternoon papers according to the time needed for each section of the paper. We are trying to, in this section, to approach the answering method under 5 categories. Try to understand the question, especially the EMQ. I'm talking about the EMQ. And read each question carefully and identify the keywords. And for those taking the examination for whom English is a second language, please do not use word-to-word translation. Look for the meaning of the whole sentence. Break down the question into short sentences and think about how you can link these together in order to find a common theme. Choose one option and list of options provided in more appropriate to the case or the problem in question. Be familiar with the options provided and understand each one of them and what option each means. And you find yourself facing 2 possible right options that are very close to each other, then try to settle for the more logical and practical option available. Be familiar with the options on the list and try to differentiate between these and have the same meanings but different themes. Ask yourself the question in the option, I have chosen a practical, could I apply this to my daily practice? Most of the exam questions are related to their daily practice. Now coming back to that, I have sent you the syllabus, I have sent you the curriculum matrix, which means what type of subject and what are the practical aspects of it they will ask you. And I will also have sent you the study guidelines. Okay. Now, the important thing for you to be aware of, there is a GTG, Green Top Guidelines of the RCOG, found on the website for free, but I also will send it to you by email or onto your Dropbox. You will be linked to a Dropbox which will help you to get as many materials as possible. We are planning to give you the nice guidelines and also Royal Sussex University Hospitals guidelines, where I normally work on regular basis now, at least about 2 to 3 weeks a month. I have got the guidelines. These guidelines are excellent and you can use them on your daily practice. Take these guidelines, use it in your practice and use it when you are answering the correspondence course questions. Then after that, we will send you the answers. When you send you the answers, you look at each question and say what subject, what is the difficulty index, and whether it's essential for your knowledge and practice. So we'll give you another sheet which will give you what you call a feedback, and that will help us to help you. And you can say, I'm not very familiar with this subject, please send me basic material that I can read to understand the subject. I will send you that. We are giving you half set of an exam, so I want you to sit one time, one day of the week, immediately as early as possible, sit for the exam. Once you sit for the exam, you do the correction with the answers that we send you. We will give you some explanations for some of the answers. If you are still not sure, Then you will give you topics to review. We can give you review articles, textbook references, and even guidelines. The revision exam will be the last week of the correspondence course. We'll give you a complete revision exam. And then in the meantime, I want you to do something at home. Write down the interesting cases of your own. And we have sent you this sheet so you can read through this even if you miss it. And also interesting clinical situations. Write down, without the actual names, you can put initials. Write down what is the case you faced, how you dealt with it, what did the guidelines say, what are the outcomes. The same way, when you have discussed with your colleagues or friends or your superiors or seniors, and what you have discussed and how you have managed those cases, or how they manage the cases. Then prepare a guidance for the revision and the revision course. Now what you do is, this is what it is. This is the revision guideline. We'll also give you hot topics to revise again. So whenever you take the topics, read it, and we are sure of the subject, then go and practice it and then put it aside. This is what you are going to revise just before the exam. If you do it this way, and I think you will actually pass the exam. Okay, good luck to you, and I will give you more videos and I will give you more information of how we are going to have a regular class every week. Okay, bye.